He took to X and tweeted out, quote, "A lot of people are very upset at the changes and reforms we've made at the FBI. All we have to understand is that this FBI report didn't just come from Miranda Devine. It first and foremost came from the Rupert Murdoch-owned New York Post. And that's key because Murdoch despises Trump. Murdoch is an avid never-Trumper who shows little hesitation in using his media outlets to push anti-Trump propaganda. Now, of course, Trump knows this, and that might explain why they tapped Miranda Devine for this FBI report. Devine is a trusted source for the Trump administration, and so if she's reporting something, they're probably going to listen. And so what appears to be the case, and this was, again, Megyn Kelly's and Mark Halperin's conclusion to all of this, the FBI report most likely came from Bush-era Republicans or establishment figures within the FBI who went to Devine specifically because she's garnered Trump's respect, which would make the criticism of Kash and Bongino appear more credible. And so this would mean that Miranda Devine is in effect being used by Bush-era neocons to put maximum pressure on the Trump administration to fire both Kash and Dan. And that is exactly what Dan Bongino is saying. He took to X and tweeted out, quote, "A lot of people are very upset at the changes and reforms we've made at the FBI. They will do anything to revert to the old ways of doing things. So they leak gossipy nonsense to media outlets and quote journalists with a clear agenda. And they ignore the historic results and the significant reforms we instituted. Judge the results. I work for you, not for headlines. Thanks for your support during my time in the FBI. I really appreciate it." So what Bongino is saying here, of course, is that these agents weren't upset because Patel and Bongino are doing a bad job. They're upset because they're actually doing their jobs. They're doing exactly what Trump hired them to do, dismantle the deep state apparatus that's operated unchecked for decades. Remember, Kash waived the traditional polygraph security screening for Bongino and other senior staff precisely because the polygraph has been used as a weapon to enforce political conformity within the Bureau. And the old guard, therefore, sees their power slipping away, and they're fighting back with leaked reports and media manipulation. But both Kash and Dan are saying, in effect, look, the results speak for themselves. Over 50 corrupt FBI officials have been removed. DEI mandates have been completely rolled back. The politicization of the Bureau has been systematically dismantled. This is exactly what Trump hired them to do. So from this vantage point, the deep state operatives, the Biden-aligned, Comey-supporting agents are in full panic mode.